welcome to Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. Have you seen Paul Thorpe's latest video? Allegedly, 3 new Rolex watches have been leaked and they're coming March of 2022. That's in 2 months. Now, if you haven't seen Paul's video, pause this video. There's a link in the description. Click it, jump over and watch his video. But the purpose of this video is not to jump on his scoop and steal his story. What I want to do is send my viewers to check out his video, give you my reaction, and talk about what I think is the most interesting aspect of this leak, assuming it's true, and that's what it reveals about Rolex's strategy. All right. Now, first of all, am I buying it? Do I think this is going to happen? Short answer, I have no idea. All right. But when I first saw Paul's video, I was highly skeptical. But then I started thinking about it, and especially when it comes to the return of the Hulk, I thought strategically this could make sense. And do you remember Mark Goldberg's video about the leak that Rolex was going to bring back the Oyster bracelet for the GMT line? Well, I thought it was BS. A couple months later, I had to make an apology video for Mark because he was right. It was really surprising because why would they get rid of the Oyster bracelet and then bring it back like a year later? And strategically, case could be made that it was a gut punch to something that apparently Rolex really hates, and that's the gray market and the gray market pricing. And by bringing back the Oyster bracelet on the contemporary BLNR, it really did a lot of damage to that only on the Oyster discontinued BLNR. I mean, it's still going for quite a premium, but not nearly as much as the contemporary Oyster braceleted BLNR and BLRO, all right? So strategically, again, a shot to the gut of the gray market, and two of these pieces might work the same way. Let's talk about the piece that really doesn't, and that's the solid Everose gold Submariner with a blue dial and blue bezel. Now, I'm most skeptical about this because I don't think it fits in the catalog. They have a yellow gold version with a blue dial and a blue bezel, so an Everose gold version doesn't really make any sense to me strategically. So we'll see about that. But the date does make sense, okay? And that's because the olive date, we're talking the date 41 here, the olive dial date is going for quite a premium. And by releasing this beautiful blue dialed date, I think it's on either yellow gold or rose gold, it's got Romans, beautiful. Well, it could really make people think twice about paying that crazy premium for the olive colored. And possibly the people that did might regret it. And then there's the rumored return of the Hulk. And what is that going to do to the discontinued Hulk prices? That's the really interesting thing. Now, the discontinued Hulk, when it was discontinued, the prices shot up. They tapered off a little bit after that, but they've still really remained high. They're going for more than the Cermet. And it's a really interesting watch, really eye-catching for sure. If you like green, it's your watch. And, you know, the dial has early interesting texture with gold in the paint. And even when it was discontinued and the prices shot up, people were still buying it because they thought, hey, even if prices go down a little bit, just in time, it'll naturally go up again because we'll never see another green sub, at least for decades and decades. Well, if they bring back the Hulk and it's got a newer movement, what happens to the people that pay that crazy premium? What happens to the premiums on that piece on the gray market? You know, this is a move that could really disrupt those prices and really mess with people's heads because, hey, all bets are off in the future on discontinued models. We used to think, hey, you know, model is discontinued, we're not going to see it for decades. Well, that's not true anymore, perhaps. And so this really could be a move to disrupt the gray market and really just sort of mess with it. And I will leave you with this. It's kind of interesting because if Rolex does do this, then it's almost a reaction to the gray market. In a way, it's almost like the gray market influenced Rolex, and there's something kind of unsettling and awkward about that. But anyway, we got to wait a couple months and we'll find out. Let me know what you think. I would love to see the return of the Hulk just because of what it would do. I would love to see people's reactions, the gray market's reactions to it, what it does to the price of the previous Hulk, and how people react to it. Let me know what you think. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time.